Alright everybody, welcome back to this domination on Fuego Islands. It's gonna be fire, right? It's your boy, Wham Whamson, back again, bringing you some naval gameplay here. I'm gonna be running the 6.0 American tech tree. I'm still grinding for the Roanoke that they threw onto the tech tree in my way, or I would already be top tier, dagnabbit. Personally not sure why they felt the need to add that. It doesn't seem like it's got anything special going on with it. Maybe I'll give it a light review when I finally get it. Probably gonna be in this lobby with some Russian boats shooting 14-inch shells, so I would imagine I'll get one shot here. Look, I'm already on fire. Barely a minute into the match. Never fails. Yeah, I love this naval game mode. I wish more people would come in and play it. I know that it has some shortcomings, but it's got a lot going for it, especially if you need to relax from playing air and ground for a while. I mean, I pretty much played naval only as a naval main for about a year, until I got to the top tier and the grind got so stiff that I didn't want to sit on it anymore, and decided to go back into trying to play air and ground. But when I got back to air and ground, I couldn't remember how to play, so it was like I had a big ass handicap. But these smaller maps like this are a big asset. I mean, I'm pretty sure IRL, none of these ships would ever come anywhere near this close to each other. But for the purposes of a video game, yeah. You would also never hit anything moving at this speed either. I'm pretty sure that the longest shot in history was like 13 or 14 kilometers. It's over in Italy somewhere, and it was done by some British folks in Her Majesty's service, the Royal Navy. Oh man, about got no crew left already, and I am broadside to these guys, and there's a whole gang of them. They got all my secondary guns. I do not think the captain's gonna be saying brew some coffee anytime soon, which is of course my favorite voice line from the whole game. Drowned. Yep, 130 centimeters. Nothing I can do to compete against that in the old broke one. I better get away from the main fight. Run this PT boat in here. And hopefully I can make a cap and make a difference for the team. Yeah, I'm one of those weird Warthunder players that likes to go onto the objective and then get shot to death. Because I feel like that's what we're supposed to do, is go onto the objective and attack or defend as necessary, right? Running this PT-810. I didn't like it when I first unlocked it because I'm not a fan. I used to be a fan when I started playing of all gunboats, You know, I thought they were cool, but that was back in the lower BRs where the guns had effect on things. And I didn't like this one though. By the time I got up here, I was like, oh, what am I going to do with this? There's no torpedoes for getting the bigger ships. But I've actually gotten a couple of kills on capital ships with this. Just you keep shooting them and you might get lucky and hit the ammo, or somebody else has already damaged their plate. And I've had a couple kills. So it's starting to grow on me a little bit, but it's been forever to unlock the PT-812. I'm not sure how I feel about them having separate tech trees, really, but I do know that I don't like going into a coastal lobby and then having to fight destroyers, because it doesn't usually work out well for you. If you're in, say, a medium-sized ship with one 3-inch gun, like the Asheville or something, good luck, brother. You are not gonna make it. Not unless you're the smartest fox that ever lived. You get an odd mix of players in this game mode. I mean, you get some that are Danny DeVito in here, and they're like, so anyway, I started blasting. You know what I mean? And that's just it. They just shoot the whole match. No rhyme or reason, not sure why or whatever. And then you get the smart ones who pull up on an island, park where it's hard for you to hit them, and then shell you the whole game, which is, you know, my least favorite way to play, but I've done it a few times. You know, taking cover and shooting from cover, which is what you should do, you know, if you're smart. But to my way of thinking, it's no fun, and what you want to do is maneuver onto the objective and maneuver against the enemy. But that's just me. Not everybody thinks like I do, and that's okay, because it takes all of us, different types of people, to make the world a full experience, so that the universe can experience itself, bro. Could you imagine if everyone was SpongeBob? Or everyone was Squidward? Ugh, how dull would it be? Even if everyone had the same type of personality that was bright and cheerful and bubbly, it would still be a drag, man. That's why we have to have the variety of the multitudes in order to get that full experience. I'm almost happy enough with this, you know, just playing this game, cruising a little. Uh-oh, something's on fire. Always makes me wonder, is that like supposed to be the house on fire, or did somebody lob a shell over there? Did they program that into the game? Oh, somebody I had selected just got hit. Here I got a teammate here. Looks like a real person, even though I know this is only 6v6 in here basically, plus bots. So 12 live souls in the lobby. Yeah, the naval's always a lot more fun when you can actually engage with and close on the enemy, and when the lobby is actually full of actual beings that are human. I suppose they would be human. Never can tell. It could be a lizard person alien playing, right? You never know. Imagine beings come down from the 4th dimension just so that they can, like, play video games. Yeah, it's quiet moments like this are actually fun for me. People would say this is the boring part of the gameplay and all that, but I just kind of like hearing the water and seeing the boat go. I personally own a kayak and I love to go out on it. I just haven't gone this year because I'm having some problems with my heart, and I'm not working, so I basically have no money and I can't even afford to register the boat for this year to put the sticker on it, because if you go on the boat without a sticker, they'll take it from you, basically, since you're only free in my country if you can pay the fees and fines. If you can pay, you can do whatever you want. But if you can't pay, you might as well just not exist, brother. Must be thirsty for action, shooting at someone from this range. I'll get hits though. Might even take a few crew. It's on target, let's go. It's like we have 2 caps, and that's always good. This won't last long. Once you start shooting at these guys out of one of these flea boats, they're probably just like me. They love to blow them up, and they're an easy target if you don't dodge enough. Yeah. 283 millimeter. Wow. That's a huge shell that I just got hit with. It's a German boat, too. What do I want to do here? I guess use a backup to try to save the repair costs. Probably should have just went with the Pittsburgh, but it's too slow. Hey, it's nice when you spawn in and the entire enemy team is not waiting there to focus you. Very rare that happens. You might even want to do like, sometimes you spawn into ARB and do like a delayed takeoff. You might just hang out before you load into the match. You know, 30 seconds or so to let somebody else get in there and then let them get focused. That's a decent strategy for playing this game mode. Kind of not nice thinking that way, you know, putting your teammates out to give yourself an advantage, but I mean, teammates are just enemies in blue, really, in this game. It just depends on the lobby you get. I get some lobbies where your teammates don't even realize you exist, and I've been in lobbies where they literally just try to hang with you. It's nice when that happens, because if you work together in this game, you could really achieve a lot because of all the lone wolf types in here. As far as making these modes better, I think they do need more smaller maps. And I think it would be really cool to have combined arms with all of them, to where you could spawn into a naval ship, spawn into a tank, or spawn into an airplane, and they were all in the same general area. I would imagine naval ships have probably been used more for ground bombardment than they have shooting at each other. So this game gets a lot of things right, but their accuracy doesn't help when, you know, like, they've made the ships as accurate as possible with the armor and the damage models and the type of damage shells do, but then what you use it for, you see what I'm saying, doesn't really compute to the reality of their situation. If there were maps like this that had bases to blow up and tanks shooting at you, and you're shooting at tanks and anti-air, you know, convoys along the road or something, even if they just flooded it with bots, and then the real people could pick, you know, tank, plane, ship, that would make it very interesting, in my opinion. The one thing that this game has failed to do is to combine all of its modes together. If they could successfully combine all of their modes together, then it would be, you know, groundbreaking. It's something that doesn't exist, as far as I know, in the gaming world. It's this, or it's World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, World of Warships, and those games seem weird to me. I tried, I think, World of Tanks, and I was like, ugh, gross. Wash this off my hands. I remember the first time I played War Thunder, I just don't know how I found it. I think I might have just been looking for free games. Yeah, I better get a cap here, or we're going to be in trouble. I think I was just looking for free games. And I downloaded it because it looked like, you know, War Thunder. It sounded cool, right? And this has probably been 5-6 years ago. And I played, you know, I picked the US tech tree for tanks because that's just where it loads you into automatically. And I played some ground arcade, and it used to do really good, getting like 4 and 5 kills every match. But the very first time I played through my 2 tanks, right? And then couldn't go back into the match, and was like, this is stupid and doesn't make any sense. I don't like this anymore. Get this decapped here. We might have a chance at winning. We were so far ahead, and now we're tied. Oh, someone's got their eyes on me. Don't look at me. Oh, whatever. I decapped. That was enough. Now get revenge. I don't know what it is, but there's just something satisfying about getting good hits on the enemy ship with your gunnery. And I've never really played one of the tech trees where you have huge guns early on, but I guess once I get into Germany and Russia, I'll be able to play, you know, against cruisers and smaller ships with the big shells and one-shot people. So if you know what to do and you have the right caliber, you can literally just destroy people. But it seems like to me America has underpowered firepower. It feels so good, doesn't it, to blow up the enemy like that? Makes my day every time and never gets old. I always prioritize the smaller ships, just because I know they're probably bots and you probably get less score, but I've been on the right there, yeah. But it doesn't stop it from being any less satisfying, to me at least. Let's see who's shooting me from the left. I've been struggling with the air mode so hard. It feels good to get back in and play some naval, which my brain is capable of comprehending. Ooh, I'm on fire. Let's go. Oh. I would like to be able to cancel my repairing, but it's hard to do on controllers since there's no single key. You have to use the radial menu. So to cancel the process is just not doable, really. Well, at least I'm capturing. What even is that? Come on, hit him in the shell room. Oh. Ooh. Not looking good for me. Hit the guns, boys, then hit the shell room. Let's get some secondary explosions going here. Oh, I have an unrepairable breach. That's how you know you're facing someone with a huge caliber, when they shoot you and you get an unrepairable breach. And then I got killed by 5-inch guns on the Sumner of all things. Man, he just got a rank does not matter sticker. Here we go. Throw some bombs and ground belts on this bad boy. I had it switched up for playing in air. See if I can get in here and deliver a letter to the enemy. Just a friendly letter to say hello. I don't really seem to have a lot of luck with the P-51 D5 and Naval. There's a few times I've got hits, and it's good for strafing, but it just seems to me like I don't know how other people manage to avoid getting shot to death. They must just do it a different way than I do and stay out of the way of the guns, where I generally just fly straight into the ship. It looks like we're about to win this match here, so if you've been here with me watching, I appreciate you. It's your boy Wham Whamson signing off. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of these videos. And most importantly, I hope you have a good day and you don't ever let anything get you down.